Okay, today you're going to get a chunk of clay to get you started for this project. Last class you should have cut out your four sides and your base out of the paper so that we can use those as a pattern today. I would recommend putting this board somewhere where no one is sitting so that everyone can rotate around and use it without having to move it. It needs to be close to the edge, and you need to be able to stand up and press down with the rolling pin to roll it out. Your clay should be the same thickness as this stick when you're said and done. What we're doing here is compressing all the air bubbles out of the clay so that if we have it nice and even throughout, there won't be air bubbles in there, and then our project will not explode in the kiln. Okay? We can't have air bubbles, and it has to be the same thickness. So I'm going to stand up, I'm going to press down, and I'm going to roll back and forth. This is like I'm rolling out cookie dough, but I just have it be the same thickness as the two sticks. So I'm not going to go sideways. I need to go back and forth. My ruler or my rolling pin is straight on top of the sticks. When I'm good to go, I should see no more ripples in my clay, and I should also hear this noise. The wood rolling on top of the wood. Okay? I can check to make sure it's all good to go by slicing a piece. And when I look at this, it's the same thickness all the way through. It doesn't waver in thickness. After I'm done with this, I'm going to move it to a clay mat so that I can cut out my shapes. Okay, so then everyone else can continue to do this. I'm going to place my side up at the top here so that I can get more pieces as I go down. I go all the way down to the mat. I trace it with the needlepoint tool. This is very sharp, but you are responsible, sixth graders, and you can do this. I drag it up, and then I trace all these other details. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to lay it on top of my bag with the actual paper still there. Okay, so I know exactly what face I've already done. Then I'm going to take my next piece, and I would cut it out here. And my next piece. I could probably get 3 pieces out here. When I have no more space, I have no more clay that I can use, I'm going to wad it back up and I'm going to roll it out again. This time I'm going to do my base. So my base is a different shape and it has pieces going everywhere. We'll see if we need to get more clay or if we can use the amount of clay that we have. So I stand up once again, I press down, and I roll out my clay. I just heard an air bubble pop. I lay it down, and I'm going to need some clay over here. So what I'm going to do is cut it from a side that I won't need it, and then place it over here where I will need it. All I have to do is press it on top, and then roll it out again. And I look at my clay base. Still, that should work now. Then I go through here and I just cut out my base. My goal by the end of the class is to have my 4 sides cut out and my clay base cut out. If I need extra clay when I'm working, there's a clay box that I can go grab clay from over on the counter, and I can add it to my clay. Once I'm done, I'm going to take my clay, extra clay, and wad it up into a ball. That's going to go inside my baggie. I'll use it to add my faces on later. And I'm going to take all my sides and stack them on top of my base like a pancake. And then I slide it in the Ziploc baggie and I zip it shut. Everything should be laying flat, so that I can start to harden up and dry flat. And I zip it shut. It goes in my cabinet on my shelf.